And this right here is why I have trouble getting anything done. There's always some interruption. Looks like even hot rods need gas to run. Damn kids! Okay. Now what was I doing? Yeah. Howdy folks, I'm Pork Chop. Welcome to my playpen. Now the excitement of the moment's over, we'll get on to what I was going to do today. I introduced my 46 Chevy, ton and a half, very long stalled project the other day. I thought I'd, take a little bit deeper dive and introduce you into more what I'm messing with here. Let's turn this camera back around if I can remember how to operate this thing. And there we are. Here's the 46. Excuse me. All right. Putting that bed on it that I showed you last week was the last of the major fitting, and I've got a whole lot of little stuff left. Like you'll notice, steering columns laying on the floor. There's no hole. I've made floor panels. I started making floor panels some time ago, but there's no hole for steering column or pedals. That steering column's going to need to go through about right there. That looks good on this side, and the pedals, of course, right below that. When we get around to the other side, we'll take a look at what the problem is going to be. I've got a snake down in between, if you can see it, that engine and the edge of that cab right there and the frame rail. I only have about 2 inches to get that done in. That big empty hole right there is where the starter motor goes, and it goes all the way up underneath that supercharger there. So that steering column, excuse me, it's gonna have to come through this hole right here I showed you, go underneath the supercharger, over the starter, and wind up down there where that cutout hole is in the frame, where I hope to have a power steering unit from a later model Chevy donor mounted inside the frame rails. Okay. We'll get the firewall and the floor back out in probably the next episode. For now, as further introduction, it's got a Clark 5-speed in it. That was behind the original donor engine. And then to add insult to injury, there is a Brownline 4-speed mounted behind that, for which I do not have shift leg keys. So that's going to be another, it's going to be another can of pickles to unsort. The next issue I'm dealing with, I cannot stand, even though I've got 19.5s. Look where that tire winds up at. That's driving me insane. I think I have a solution to that. I'll go pick up a set of 3/4 ton hubs tomorrow. I think they'll fit this 1 ton spindle, and then I can put spacers on it to get the wheel back out. I don't think, normally you can't do that with a dually wheel, but that's a 16-inch wheel. This 19.5, I don't think I'm going to have that much of a clearance issue with my rotor. If I run, I'm guessing a 1 to 2 inch spacer. I want to get these wheels, this edge of this tire, back in a lot closer to where it should have been originally. Okay. All right, let's crawl up underneath of here. Whoa, turn you upside down. That's gonna make a mess. I'm relearning how to use this gimbal I have not used for a year. Okay, I was hoping at least, that this Ford power steering rack out of a Expedition, I think is what I got that out of, was going to be the answer to my problems. And it was a close fit, but it just, I can't snake it. I can't snake the steering shaft up through where I need to. It's just too wide. So I think what we're going to wind up with is a power steering unit and linkage out from underneath a later model truck like this one over here. That's a 94 Chevy C1500. I hope I didn't turn you upside down when this camera done the flip-flop on me. But if you can see in there, if I can get you where you can see, oh, this silly thing. All right. I'm making it mad. All right. Sorry, folks. There's the steering sector on this. It fits between the frame rails, if you can see that. I've got, I think, the front of a frame rail coming with the steering linkage that I can grab together and graft onto that frame there. Anyway, well, that's what I've got for now. I've done flip-flopped you and turned you around. I'm going to stop this and bid you a good day. Thank you very much. You went this far with me. We'll see some more of this old stalled project stuff coming along, I hope, in the near future. In the meantime, have a quality day.